procrastination is one of your biggest obstacles to achieving what you want to achieve. So many of us have things we want to accomplish that we never manage to fulfill. Too often, this is mainly down to a lack of concentrated, strategic effort. So, we maybe blame time. We might claim that we would love to start our own business, improve our home, write a novel, get in shape, actually clean the kitchen, but we just don't have the time because we are so busy with work and with looking after our family. This is simply untrue. 24 hours might not sound like that much, but it should be more than enough to accomplish all you hope to. After all, didn't you watch a whole box set of your favorite TV show only last month? Didn't you complete the latest Call of Duty game? Didn't you spend over an hour watching TV or browsing Facebook most evenings last week? If you were to have spent all that time in a way that was useful and productive, then of course you would have accomplished your goals, and probably much, much more. Heck, you would probably speak 5 languages right now. Part of the problem comes down to procrastination, but really this is a result of some much bigger issues, those being energy and discipline. In this guide, you're going to learn to solve all of those problems. Why you lack discipline. Procrastination comes from a lack of discipline. This is what happens when you sit down to get some work done and immediately your mind begins to wander. This in turn comes down to a couple of factors. For starters, the work you need to do is likely somewhat boring and unrewarding. If the work you had to do involved playing a computer game or eating a delicious pie, you probably wouldn't procrastinate. The other problem comes down to stress and anxiety. When we feel anxious and stressed, our mind wants to turn to the source of that stress and focus on that. It doesn't allow us to engage in the things we need to do. This is why we'll often find ourselves killing time by browsing the web. It's a little like burying your head in the sand and hoping the problem will go away. Of course, the irony is that delaying will only make matters worse. Ultimately, this is an example of you not being in control of your own mind. This is the monkey mind at its worst, and it's a great example of how we can feel out of control when it comes to where we want to direct our energy. And that brings us to the other problem, energy. Often, we are simply too tired to do the thing that we need to do. Perhaps you've just had a long day in the office and now you need to tidy up or clean the hose. You're too tired to do that, and so you think you should give yourself 5 minutes to rest first, which quickly becomes 10 minutes or 20, and then it's bedtime. We actually find ourselves watching rubbish TV or browsing Facebook when all we want to do is sleep because we can't face the thought of having to get up and brush our teeth. And energy is responsible for this in a bigger way too. You see, discipline actually requires energy. Whenever we make any choice, making the harder choice actually requires energy. This is why we also tend to become less moral as it gets later in the day. Our willpower is fatigued at this point, and so we'll often take the easy route. Other people be damned. Now you know all of this. The next question is how you can go about ending that procrastination and gaining unstoppable willpower. If you consider this is an important thing to you, then watch the continuation video. A video is about gaining unstoppable willpower.